One of the most unusual rivalries in WWE has got to be Trish Stratus and Mickie James, who started as an obsessive fan and then became something else entirely.
And Mickie James would dress as Trish, perform her moves, and then she crossed the line with some seriously awkward advances. And then, boom!
Oh no, she goes down like a ton of bricks. Oh guys, she's gonna need to protect the back of her head better than that.
A superstar always needs to be ready to be attacked by both opponents in a triple threat match. Circumstances create interesting alliances, and the numbers game can become your worst enemy in a hurry when you're competing against two other opponents. No matter how you look at it, it's a situation you don't want to be in.
Lita!
Boom! Reverse twist of fate. She's in the driver's seat now.
I'd have to agree with what Byron's saying. When you've got action taking place all over the arena, complete with every weapon imaginable, it's not easy to keep up.
Well, try, Cole. That's what you're getting paid for, isn't it?
Arguably one of the greatest female performers in WWE history, Trish Stratus earned an incredible 7 women's championships.
Lita staying on the attack.
Ooh, nice snap DDT. You gotta like her chances now.
Byron mentioned Trish's 7 championships, and what makes that number even more incredible is the fact that she won them all between 2001 and 2006.
And as we've seen during her return at WrestleMania in 2011 or the first ever Women's Royal Rumble match in 2018, Trish can easily put herself back in the women's title picture.
Oh, man. You can see the confidence just beaming from her right now. Lita looking for something big. Takes her down. Wow,
nice move right there.
The great thing about our fans is they have the right to cheer or boo for whoever they want, but the amount of hatred I've heard directed at Lita can be downright vulgar.
Lita has been in volatile situations where the crowd has resorted to calling her despicable names. The usually focused Lita becomes unhinged and doesn't know how to handle disrespect from the WWE Universe.
You two bringing up what fans have called Lita only reminds me of how Lita doesn't care what some idiots in the crowd have to say about her.
I don't think she deserves that sort of treatment either, Corey, but I have seen it become a distraction for Lita. Maybe that's something her opponent can take advantage of. Face first through the table. She is on fire.
Lita looking for something big. She clearly liked the results from the first time she delivered that move.
That's it. That's what she needed.
Lita is really applying pressure now, guys.
We've seen this before. Here we go again. Without a doubt, this is a volatile situation, guys. WWE superstars are dangerous without weapons. Then you put them in an environment like this, and who knows what you're liable to see.
Hang tight, everyone, because the WWE Women's title is at stake, and that means these two ladies will stop at nothing to get what they came for. Corey, you mentioned the triple threat rules earlier. Well, this match type became popular in the 1990s when it also went by names like the triangle match in WCW or a three-way dance in ECW. When we talk about a triple threat match, something else about the stipulations that's important to include is that
Lita thinking it's time to go for the win.
Looks like another victory for the champ, Michael.
We see a high-flying style with many superstars that have trained in Mexico, and Lita's no different. Corey, what would you say is the best way to offset Lita's offense?
It's true, Lita's a heavy risk taker, so you have to make sure she isn't rewarded for the chances she takes. I'd try to play possum and bait her into crucial mistakes.
Byron, she has no idea where she is right now.
And I assure you, the top of that turnbuckle is not where you want to be when you're in this kind of condition.
Picking up on the playing possum strategy Corey touched on, I may agree that Lita's greatest strength can be turned against her. I would say Lita has shown a tendency to crash and burn, Byron.
As you already said, Michael, Lita does carry that Lucha Libre style of being a daredevil. The best counter I've seen against that style is simple. Just move out of the way.
Uh-oh. Down with a power bomb. She goes for the cover.
Look at her go.
Twice as nice.
You guys bring up Lita and Trish's Women's Championship match. It isn't lost on anybody that was the first time women were given the spotlight to have a match end Monday Night Raw. It was uncharted territory.
The Lita-Trish rivalry had reached a fever pitch, and the two weren't given that main event spot. They earned that main event spot. Oh man, she's rolling now.
Lita looking for something big.
Boom, reverse twist of fate. Now that's how you successfully defend your title. Mickie James is in a real bad spot.
Connects with a chip kick. Now she just needs to finish her off.
Oh, spiking DDT. That's how you put an exclamation point on the end of a match, guys. Jeez, I felt that one over here.
Oh, plants her.
Game, set, match. This one is over.
She goes for the cover.
Mickie James has been eliminated.
Uh-oh. A simply gorgeous Hurricane Rana.
Trish Stratus is one of the most beloved superstars in the WWE, but her past is filled with betrayal, as Stratus sought higher status in WWE. Just ask Chris Jericho.
Looks to me, guys, like the champ has no plans on losing the title anytime soon.
Byron brought up Trish Stratus' past with Chris Jericho and perhaps the biggest betrayal in WrestleMania history. Stratus attacked Jericho when Y2J tried to defend her honor at WrestleMania 20.
Did you forget about that disgusting bet Jericho made with Christian? Stratus did nothing wrong that night, and Jericho still owes Christian that Canadian dollar. Real quick reminder, guys, there are no disqualifications and no countouts in this one. Anything is legal. Oh, and there are enough weapons under the ring to fill an armory.
Evil in play.
When she gets in attack mode, look out.
Elbow drop. As Corey mentioned,
Lita has a big opportunity here.
twist of fate.
The champ needs to hurry here.
I'll tell you, watching Extreme Rules matches make me happy. My in-ring days are behind me. You talk about a treacherous environment to compete in.
I'm having a hard time figuring out what they're going to do next.
This is a treacherous match indeed, as Corey was saying. I can't even tell you how many times we've seen Extreme Rules matches result in broken bones, stitches, and even trips to a medical facility.
Yeah, but despite all those inherent dangers, these superstars still willingly sign up for Extreme Rules matches. That's what amazes me the most.
She's able to turn it on in a flash.
Lita thinking it's time to go for the win.
Twist of fate!
That has got to be it.
We saw the return of many legends in the 2018 Women's Royal Rumble, but Trish Stratus may have been the most impactful return of the evening.
Yes, indeed, Michael. Trish entered the inaugural Women's Royal Rumble at entrant 30 to a wild ovation. The WWE Universe is particular about Final Rumble entrants, so getting their approval was far from guaranteed.
Two, you touched on Trish Stratus' Royal Rumble return, and she accomplished plenty from her final entry slot. She eliminated 3 competitors and lasted until the final 5.
Yeah, and the trio Trish eliminated were impressive indeed. Trish helped eliminate Nia Jax and single-handedly tossed out both Natalya and Mickie James.
Lita staying on the attack.
Big mistake there, Corey.
I'm a little surprised she even went for that at this point.
Trish Stratus is one of the most beloved superstars in the WWE, but her past is filled with betrayal as Stratus sought higher status in WWE. Just ask Chris Jericho.
Oh, no.
I guess she feels there's something to be said for going back to something that worked before.
Byron brought up Trish Stratus' past with Chris Jericho and perhaps the biggest betrayal in WrestleMania history. Stratus attacked Jericho when Y2J tried to defend her honor at WrestleMania 20.
Did you forget about that disgusting bet Jericho made with Christian? Stratus did nothing wrong that night.
Lita looking for something big. A few inches off there.
Inches? She missed by at least a foot, Cole.
It's always important to get off to a strong start in a match. It's even more important to do that in a triple threat match, given that you're going up against 2 opponents at the same time. Add to that the no disqualification stipulation, and there's little to no room for error. One mistake, and it can cost you a lot more than winning the match.
A high-risk maneuver in the works from that top turnbuckle.
I like the way you describe this match, Byron.
Lita has a big opportunity here.
And she comes up short.
If you're going to leave your feet, you got to make sure you're going to land the move.
We saw the return of many legends in the 2018 Women's Royal Rumble, but Trish Stratus may have been the most impactful return of the evening.
Yes, indeed, Michael. Trish entered the inaugural Women's Royal Rumble at entrant 30 to a wild ovation. The WWE Universe is particular about Final Rumble entrants, so getting their approval...
Lita looking for something big.
Reverse twist of fate! Looks like Trish's night is over, guys. Yeah, you don't want to get dropped like that, that's for sure.
Two, you touched on Trish Stratus' Royal Rumble return, and she accomplished plenty from her
Lita looking for something big. Well executed. Looks like she wants to win early. I thought that was it.
So resourceful.
Oh, that hurt. Knee to the spine.
I don't think it's wise for Lita to take her mind off her opponent like this.
The first ever Women's Royal Rumble match was historic, but I don't believe it. Lita!
Ooh, nice snap DDT. Just when you thought we were going to crown a new champion.
Oh, this is dangerous right here.
Lita looking for something big.
Clearly on a mission here.
I bet you feel foolish riding her off now. Michael, you recognize Lita opening the door. And another day to Lita's reign.
Let's take another look at these ladies going toe-to-toe.
I don't like to throw around a lot of praise, but my eyes tell me that might have been one of the great matches in recent WWE history. This entire match was just one big highlight reel, and I didn't expect anything else.
Here is your winner, and still the WWE Women's Champion, Lita.
That was a big pinfall victory right there.
Michael, this is just a matter of one competitor being that much better than the other two on this given night.
What a great match we just saw here on Raw. Thank you to everybody at home for choosing to spend part of your Monday night with us.